Hello and welcome to Manans, I believe, New York. I think that's the name of this town. We're at Albany Rural Cemetery. It's a beautiful cemetery. I've never been here before. And it's home to, I think, 55 Albany mayors, the final resting place. That was a staggering number, but I believe that's what I read. 5 governors of New York, 8 presidential cabinet members, 30-something congressmen, and believe it or not, 1,030 Civil War soldiers are buried in this cemetery, and many other notable people. Here's my shadow. Hello. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's the home of, believe it or not, one president. That's right. And I just happened to park in front of his grave, not even realizing that I was parking in front of the grave of the 21st President of the United States, Chester Arthur. And of course, this is his grave marker. This is where Chester Arthur, he became president when I believe it was President Garfield was assassinated, and he was his vice president. He was sworn in and assumed office, and this is where he's laid to rest. His wife was from Saratoga Springs. She died just before he took office, very tragically, at 42 years of age. Here's a sign that we're going to look at. A fine farewell as President Chester Arthur is laid to rest. And there he is. Yeah, so this part of the sign tells the story of how his wife passed away. Like I said, she's from Saratoga Springs, very close to where we are right now. She was 42, died of pneumonia. His sister, and this is a picture of his sister, became really the functioning first lady, and kind of performed all the duties that normally the wife of the president would do. I think it's okay for me to walk up here. I'm going to read this placard. Chester Allen Arthur, President of the United States. And there's a presidential seal. And a kindness rock. Or maybe it's not called that, but I'm going to call it that. Little rock. And just a closer look at the actual grave. Now, before his political career, Chester Arthur was a lawyer and was known for defending a lot of runaway slaves. Remember, this was the 1800s. The civil service exam was his doing. He kind of instituted that as president. some modest reforms took place during his presidency. And I was reading something about how he had a lot to do with some changes to the Navy, or something to do with the Navy, kind of loosely referred to as the father of the Navy. I'm not sure all of what that entailed, but one historian said he entered office distrusted and he left generally respected. And as you can see, if you do want to come visit, you got to find section 24. And of course, then look for the American flag. Section 24, that's where Chester Arthur is laid to rest, at the Albany Rural Cemetery. So maybe we'll do a little more exploring while we're here. And here's where one of the 1,030 Civil War soldiers is laid to rest. All right, I've decided to explore in the car for a few minutes instead of on foot. This cemetery is huge and it's like a maze, and there is a grave that I am going to be looking for. There is a hero buried in this cemetery. Okay, I'm back on foot. I'm looking for the grave of a woman by the name of Catherine Stoneman. And Kate Stoneman. It's very muddy here. She is the first female attorney in New York State. She was a leader in the suffragist movement. And she made major contributions in the effort to extend educational opportunities to women. Okay, I am so off of the beaten path here. I gotta get to the other side of that ravine. And this is not going well. And at this point, I just kind of hope I can find my way back to my car. Well, I've kind of stumbled across this area. I wasn't even looking for this, but I'm glad I found it. It's called the Soldier's Lot. These are all Civil War soldiers buried here. And this one little area here has 149 soldiers buried. Of course, like I said, 131 it says, 132. There's 1,030 Civil War soldiers buried in this cemetery. 26 of them are generals. 3 of them are Confederate soldiers. Here it is, Soldier's Lot. Well, now I'm on a road that is closed to cars, desperately trying to get to this grave. Now, to finish this story about Catherine Stoneman, She began pursuing a legal career in the 1880s, encouraged probably by her brother, George, who was the 15th governor of California, by the way. And she was the first woman to pass the bar exam in 1885. She applied to the bar and was denied solely on the basis of being a woman. Sorry, I just realized we're not going to be able to get to this grave. I don't think they want us in this area. All right. Fail. So anyways, Catherine Stoneman, when she was denied access to the bar, she launched a campaign to change the law, and so that qualified people couldn't be denied due to race or gender, and she succeeded. She was the first woman to graduate from what is now Albany Law School, and first woman to get a bachelor's degree from Union College. But she was a trailblazer, and I was hoping to show her grave. All right, moving on. That's it. Thanks for watching.